Yo, welcome to
Blackopolypse.
Yeah.
Blackopolypse.
Yeah.
Blackopolypse.
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 That lovely lady there in the middle is my
Blackopolypse.
long lost sister with my brother.
Coming live and direct from Rowley Weeky's garden.
What's saying, guys, man? Welcome to Blackopolypse Podcast Media. I got Nigel, Simon, and Leanne. Drinking wine. Drinking wine. Actually, I don't even know if can Leanne hear us at all.
Hold on, if I turn this sideways, will it go bigger?
Yeah, turn it sideways, man.
I can hear.
Is that better?
Ah,
Oh, that's better.
look at that.
Oh, it's got
Finally. We've been saying this for years. Turn your
What's that?
phone this way, landscape.
Yeah, but you know something? It wouldn't work before, but the thing is, I can't do it on my computer.
Oh yeah, that's it. Wait there, but your computer would already be landscape, wouldn't it?
I don't know what it's doing, man. Damn thing. Damn. What's yours? In fact, no. Listen, we'll talk about this after this is the show, man. Let's not talking about specifications and Zoom specifications, right? Wait.
Talk about specifications, man. I ordered a Mac today. Last week, I ordered a new Mac.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. I don't know what it is, man. But my credit card was declined, or something went wrong, man. I was like sad, because we're like, yeah, it's on the way. I was like,
you know what that is? You know what that is, don't you? That is the gods of money saying, save your money, Wayne. Don't waste your money upon a new computer. You don't need no new computer yet, Wayne. Hang on to your pennies, because something better is going to come along, or even cheaper.
A Mac? Have you ever tried to buy a Mac?
Dude, what we're in so early, man, we need to discuss this hair. I need to get a good look at this hair. What's going on here?
Which hair? Leanne's or mine?
Your hair. No, Leanne's hair is amazing. Like, it's amazing, natural. You go, sister.
Wayne's got it toned down now. You had what was that style you said last week?
I had the 4 pom-poms in it. The 4 pom-poms.
The pom-pom head.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at this hair, man. Show me this hair, man.
But it's just, you know what it is? I actually, just the hairstyle I did last night. I just twisted it. That's it. I just twisted it up because it was out of control. So it's nothing. It's not like back in the day. Remember when I used to have the plaits or even the cornrows going to the side? It's not like that. I mean, it is kind of like that, but it's just twists, man. That's it. Just twist it.
As my nan would say, "I'm here pretty as I am."
How about yourself, Nigel? What regime you got going on with yours?
So I always dissing.
I'm on wind flow right now, so I'm on about being aerodynamic and being able to move quickly. You got
the velodrome.
Aerodynamic.
Hey, you got a hat on, man. I know say your hair ain't gonna last too much longer. You got 10 years left, man, and then you're gonna be joining the Phil Collins crew, mate.
Actually,
I don't mind, man.
Saying that,
once it starts going back like a receding shoreline, man, that's coming off. My mind's boiling off.
Man. Do you think actually wearing a hat contributes to hair loss?
Yep. I used to have beautiful hair, man. I used to wear a hat all the time. You know what killed my hair? I'll be honest. You know what killed my hair?
Permanent.
My mum killed my hair because she
really
said to get it permed.
Oh
yeah. They put battery acid on my head and expected it to make my hair go straight, and all what happened is my head went crinkled.
Okay. Hey, you know what? We're getting our guest, man. We're getting our guest.
Okay.
Yes.
Where's that guest coming from?
Wait there. Let's see. Hey, Mr. DJ.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
I'm here. Sorry.
Was you asleep?
No. I'm here with my brother, and I've totally forgot we were talking about stuff, and I thought somehow it's gonna ring me or somebody's gonna I don't know. I totally forgot.
Sorry, man.
It's night time over there.
No, he's in Germany too, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm in Frankfurt right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about
exactly.
Anyway,
9.
It's like 9:20. This is DJ Sherry, by the way. DJ Sherry's like probably one of the most famous DJs in. Is that an overstatement? I don't know, man. He's one of the most famous German DJs, at least the Frankfurt area,
Yes.
and maybe Germany too. I don't know, man. I think you're quite known in it.
I don't know. Yeah, well, it's one of those things. Yeah, thank you.
Well, anyway, you go. It's like people always ask me, "Yeah, when's DJ Sherry coming back?" And I'm like, and that's when I was in Mannheim, when I'm in like Stuttgart, and I'm like, wait there, you know DJ Sherry? Yeah, man, he's one of the best DJs. So you're quite...
Been doing it for a while though. Yeah, maybe that's why.
And what genre do you prefer, man?
Well, to be honest, man, I really love music. So I just got this simplest way to look at it. There's either like good music or shit music, at least for me.
What a brilliant answer.
You know, sort of every tune.
I've been saying that for years, man.
Every tune means something to somebody. Some people will say, "Oh my God, what is that?" Others will go, "Oh my, that is beautiful." So you're absolutely right there, man. It's about opinions, but I like that answer.
I mean, I catch myself really liking songs in all kinds of genres. You know, like there might be some techno song even that touches me. You know, and depending on the mood, yeah. So
yeah.
As a producer, I've started with like electronic music, but only because it was harder to make money with hip hop, where my heartbeat was going.
Yeah.
I love the hip hop. I lived hip hop. I grew up with hip hop. We were like in the beginning, you know, like. But unfortunately, especially in Germany, it was really hard to make money on the hip hop side.
Yeah, I suppose it was very underground. The same as the UK, I would imagine, because we're talking about what the 80s, the 90s,
90s, early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a tough time, man. It was. I mean, like it was good music out there, but I suppose unless you was in the States, that's where the power of the bigger mass market would have kind of really worked out. So
yeah, man.
So was you a break dancer as well? Did you do any break dancing?
I was never much of a dancer.
I just spin on my head, man. That's why I'm bald. Spin on my head too much.
No, I was too afraid to break my bones, I guess.
Anyway, so DJ, you was like the official. So you started off in hip hop back in the day. You're one of the pioneers in Germany of bringing hip hop to Germany.
In fact, yes. Like when I started DJing, of course there was nowhere hip hop in the clubs or hip hop, and you still had it was always the clubs demanding certain music, or also being scared of like the hip hop crowd could be less spending money or something. I don't know. It was always those fears. And when I started hip hop at the Dorian Gray airport, the airport itself was such a wicked place. It was like one of the top clubs in the world. Just the fact it was inside the Frankfurt airport, and also it was known for techno. And I came in Friday, and the name of the day was Techno Club, but the Dorian Gray itself had like different clubs inside, right? So I went for the small club, and I was like, look guys, I'm not going to go with techno. So I don't know why we came up with some stupid name. It was called Easy Going. And it was just on the easy going. It was like the easy going side. And I stopped playing hip hop. And you know, funny thing was like back then, the techno kids, they would always wear Adidas suits, right, with the 3 stripes and stuff. And me coming from hip hop, that was like so hip hop to me. So it was just natural for me to just start my own hip hop day over there. And I got like, I infected, like I remember there was so many of those hardcore techno fans that became my hip hop heads.
Really?
Wicked.
They didn't have to buy new clothes. They could just keep
it. Go straight from one to the other, man. That's it.
Yeah, so we developed like a hip hop oasis in Frankfurt, and I remember the first music magazines and stuff would put reports about it, that there's actually a club playing hip hop. It was so like, wow, in Germany, hip hop. And it developed quite fast, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I've met people who would, like, especially German guys, who will say hip hop was invented in Germany, and I'm like, no. I swear, I've heard this.
Dirk von Turk Nick. Anyway, yeah, no.
You're saying hip hop was done in Germany?
Just some German boys who probably listen to some sort of German hip hop and then decide that.
I suppose the thing is, you know, because I suppose there is German hip hop, isn't there? And you know what amazes me. Yeah, but what amazes me is when you, so for example, France, when you go to Turkey, North Africa, you know, a lot of countries have got their own, what we would class as hip hop. But I suppose the origins always kind of are what we'd say based in, you know, America. But you know, hip hop's in every culture, man. Even when I went to Bali last year, there's some Bali guys singing some hip hop tunes, man. The tunes was heavy, and I don't understand the word they were saying, but I know the beats was heavy.
Russian hip hop was good, actually. Russian hip hop.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. So
again, so it brings us to the point, like, let's just keep music as good and bad music, and some. I mean, it's all about rhythm, and it's so hard to say. I was talking to Curtis Blow, like Curtis Blow, the daddy of hip hop, you know.
Yeah.
And even he was saying, like, man, this rap thing goes so far back. Like, even in the 20s, guys would like rap to the girls, or, you know, like be rude, or, you know, turn cover rap. Yeah. So it goes way back, and music is like we're all born with the heartbeat. So already we get the rhythm.
Yeah, like, for real, man, for real. Because there's certain tunes that just rock your heart, man. Simon knows that, man. Simon knows that. The music, man.
Yeah. So anyway, so okay, so you started off. Who were like the pioneers then? Like, obviously, of German hip hop. Because when did that must have came around? Because it was like, I don't know if it was Fantastic Four or some guys.
Yeah, there was two groups at the same time. It was the 3P crew, like the Rödelheim Hartrein project, where I was kind of involved in. Sorry. And then there was the Fantastic Four. Yeah, there was like the two hip hop pioneers in Germany. Yeah. And
it's still going on now, isn't it? Fantastic Four, because I heard they released a song a year ago or something.
Well, they're grandpas now, aren't they?
But they're old, man, but they're still doing the songs. I'm like, what?
In America, still got some of the OGs and still doing their thing right now, you know.
Yeah.
They're more invested in the young and helping the next generation, but they're passing on their knowledge.
Unfortunately, you know, none of it is relevant. Maybe it's relevant to them. I'm not dissing anyone, but unfortunately, the music industry won't allow this to be relevant. The music has become something like I look at it, or compare it to food. Of course, we have good restaurants, brilliant chefs, and we have McDonald's and Burger King. And music has come to the point where the industry don't support. They won't support the good chef because they're too expensive. There's too much. Like some brilliant artists like Prince is just headache for the company. He's not controllable. Yeah. So instead, they rather keep the fast food going, and music is so. I remember, like, when I was 14, I used to love a song, go on the bike for days, try and find the record, and still I know where the record is because I still love that record, you know. Yeah. And I feel that. Now, like, compared to my daughter, she goes and buys the Beyonce album, and then 5 days later, she's killing it off her iTunes because she's buying a new album, and she's like, "Yeah, I've listened to it for 5 days." Yeah, you know, that's a life of albums, man. Today.
Seriously, man. I used to buy albums, and they would literally be. I never used to buy singles. If I ever heard a song, I'd always go and look for the album by that artist or that group. Yeah. And generally, you'd pick up some gems. You'd never hear in the club. You'd never hear them out. But if you ever like DJ'd with them and people heard them, like, yeah, man, where's this tune from? But I've got certain albums that used to be on rotation. Street Sounds Volume 1, I think, with Dreamer. Sitting back without a word. I'm not going to try and sing it, I'll ruin it. But listen, man, that was on rotation, man. A side and B side, then A side, then B side, then A side, then B side. So I wore out needles, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, man. Right now, it's so instamatic. It's like having a meal, isn't it? Oh, I can get my Drake fix by downloading, streaming.
If Drake and Chris Brown, they're like releasing almost 2, 3, 4 albums in a year.
Yeah.
That means they're already coming with expiration dates. It's like,
yeah,
it's
that's
so
true,
fast. It's just everything happening, and that's what also counts for the rankings on the internet again, because it's a digital world. So they're depending on those frequent releases, and it's just sad the way the music industry takes on one side. On the other side, it's good that people are able to do their own shit as well. You know, you're not really depending on the music industry no more.
Yeah.
In your opinion, we had a discussion about this a couple of weeks ago. Which decade has been the most defining period? The 80s, the 90s, or the noughties, or the 70s? You told me.
Well, I think, I wish I was there in the 70s. As an adult, like I think it must have been brilliant how the whole disco era was born.
Yeah.
Disco was something new, and all you really had to do is like just pump up the music, put a mirror ball somewhere. I already had a disco.
Yeah.
And
yeah, man.
And
I suppose it was like rave back then. I suppose it was the equivalent of a rave, wasn't it? Because, like you said, pop a glitter ball and put on some juice and everyone off.
Nah,
well,
man,
I'm gonna tell you the story of rave. So there's something someone told me before, but so for the disco era, once that was born, and it kept like holding on to the 70s, going to the 80s, but the mid 80s or late 80s, I remember when I came in as a kid, I remember like meeting disco club owners being desperate, because now it wasn't like just a mirror ball wouldn't be enough. They needed more than just a mirror, but they needed a good system, and they needed good DJs, good music. So there was more. And so the disco had developed. It was in its teenage years, and you know, teenagers can be really difficult. So then, so then all these different styles and sounds, and I guess before it was just disco, you know, all you had to do is like play the rhythm and put some, and that was it, really.
Thunder and lightning, man. I'll mute. Yo, go inside, man. Go on.
What?
Yeah. Anyways, but then the rave thing. I remember one time talking to Robert Cool, and he was saying how rave was born. He was saying like back in the days, like the black people in America, they couldn't really go to clubs; they wouldn't let them in. So they would just.
I lived that dream.
Yes. So they were just like, that's how raves, that's what he was telling me, how raves started back then. It was all about like funk. I think
I can relate to that, because I mean, being younger, I mean, I'm a bit older than these other two young looking princes. And this princess next to me. Me a big man. But I remember being, you know, couldn't get into clubs in the city centre. And either being an excuse, you either had the wrong shoes, the wrong shirt, and then sometimes they just blatantly say, "Nah, mate, we've got enough in tonight." And you'd say like, "Enough what? Enough like you." You'd be like, oh, "Okay." So for me, when rave came around, and it was like, you can wear whatever the hell you like or not. Oh my God, it was like heaven. I'd turn up in my trainers, my shell suit. Something I used to go there looking so ragged on, but it was like, because of the freedom of it, wasn't no dress sense. It was about the music. That for me was a defining. That for me, when I talk about decades, was a defining period, because I think that opened up dance. Good grief, that opened up dance to a much bigger market.
Yes, man.
Right, I'm gonna go on mute, man, because I was gonna let my dog go.
Okay, so DJ.
Yes, man.
DJ Sherry, innit? Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you got a question. You got anything you want to ask?
No, I was just
Me?
saying, did you just get that link I just sent you now?
Yeah, I got the link. Yeah. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm saying like there's certain songs that I grew up on that I just like took me back, and I found this tune, and I haven't heard it in like so many years, man. I wanted to know if you remembered it, man. And this was like one of them songs that
Hideaway.
I don't know. Yeah. It's a '90s dance sort of track, and I don't know if that DJ show, sure remember it as well. But have a listen to that if you can get it on.
I don't think this was. No, this was. I mean, I guess I'll put this through the speaker.
Hideaway, I know Hideaway.
Oh, 90s.
DeLacy. Do you know that? Does that ring a bell, DJ Sherry? DeLacy.
I know Hideaway.
I'm shit with names, though.
We can't hear that, you know, but